Formula One is a global giant. It had a worldwide audience of 352.3 million people in 2017. The manufacturer's sponsorship income is in the hundreds of millions of euros every year. The Formula One car has a top speed of 231 miles per hour. Simply put, everything in Formula One is done on a massive scale. One of Formula One's greatest assets is that despite all of the engineering skill and technology, it is a simple sport. Watching very good drivers hurdle tremendously fast automobiles around a race course has an essentially emotional quality to it. Despite its increasing speed, Formula One is today a safer sport than it has ever been. Indeed, during the course of its early 80 years history, Formula One has evolved both faster and safer with each passing year. This is the sport's true engineering skill. Car racing has existed since the invention of the automobile. As technology advanced and automobiles become more prevalent, European manufacturers began racing as a means of competing and selling their products as early as 1894 in France. Throughout Europe, throughout the interwar years, a series of Grand Prix racing days were held to demonstrate car and driver skills to a receptive European population. It is possible that Formula One would have started considerably earlier if World War II has not interfered. Certainly, there was a growing trend towards codifying the sport from the ragtag one of tournaments of the interwar years. However, with the onset of Nazism and the attentions of French and Belgian engineers on war preparations, Formula One was placed on hold until 1946. The term Formula One refers to a set of standardized rules that drivers and engineers must follow. The concept of a Formula One championship was born in 1946. From 1946 through 1950, the races were not part of a larger calendar and they were more ad hoc affairs. The exact details of the Drivers' Global Championship were not agreed upon until 1950, and the first World Championship Grand Prix was held at Silverstone in the United Kingdom in 1950. Despite the fact that the basic structures were in place, only 7 of the total Grand Prix counted towards the World Championship at the time. Even as the championship developed, non-championship events continued until 1983. Formula One was an established sport with a great deal of popularity after World War II. F1 underwent a number of evolutionary developments in the post-war years. For example, in 1958, the Grand Prix distance was reduced from 300 miles to 200 miles, and drivers' fuels was standardized to avgas. 1958 was also a defining moment in racing because it was the first time a car with an engine located behind the driver won the championship. Sterling Moss Cooper won the Argentine Grand Prix in his newly designed car, which quickly became the industry standard. Previously, each team had created its own fuel from methanol and other chemicals. In 1958, a Constructors' World Championship was also introduced. With the Traverse engine, a Japanese team won the Mexican Grand Prix in 1965. However, unlike Sterling Moss's car, no other manufacturers imitated the design of the Japanese car, which remains the only car to have done so with that sort of engine. This was also the last Grand Prix to use a 1.5-liter engine before the loads were increased to 3.0 liters. This inevitably boosted the speeds that automobiles can achieve, and they now routinely top 200 miles per hour a pace. That is more than double the highest speed of the original race cars. The international spread of Formula One has been by far the most significant transformations that has occurred after World War II. Races are now truly global in scope, involving races on practically every continent. Formula One now has fans, constructors, and drivers from all over the world as a result of this. Formula One is increasingly becoming a sport that crosses national boundaries, with races in Bahrain, China, Brazil, and Abu Dhabi. Indeed, fans' loyalty is increasingly being directed towards vehicle manufacturers rather than racing drivers. Cars technology in Formula One has evolved as a result of each team's constantly pursuit of a competitive advantage. The placement of the engine and the materials of the chassis have been the two most significant developments in Formula One history. The most drastic alterations to the chassis occurred in 1962 with the inventions of the aluminum sheet monocoque, which practically meant that the automobile was one long body panel. This significantly decreases weight and made the automobiles more stiff, allowing for even faster speeds. McLaren surpassed this in 1981 with the creations of the carbon fiber chassis. Other advancements, including active suspension, turbochargers, and traction controls, have all been outlawed irregularly during Formula One's history, demonstrating that the eponymous laws of Formula One have also been compelled to innovate throughout its existence. That's all for today's video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then do like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more such exciting content.